Welcome to Athletic Everyday, day number 15. Today officially marks 2 weeks since I started this, and it's because I never had a day zero. It's day 15, not day 14. I started on day one. That's why it's like that. I that had me a little confused for a while, but I finally figured it out. Today is a Sunday. Uh, Normally I would do jump rope, but I'm running later tonight, so this workout consisted of just some not low intensity, but not, I guess mid intensity, not high intensity, not trying to go close to failure. I think most of these were about 3 or 4 reps, um, just sets of pull-ups. I think I did 4 sets of regular grip pull-ups, 2 sets of, I call them jackknife pull-ups. They're just mixed grip. You pull them to yourself to the side of the bar, like you're seeing right now. And then I did 2 sets of wide grip pull-ups. After that, I just hit some single arm bicep curls with drop sets and finished up with some tibialis raises. Pretty simple workout. Kind of work on some pulling strength. But yeah, it's just, I guess these aren't really accessories. They're just stuff that I hadn't really hit super hard throughout the week. Um, this coming week is my deload, actually. So tomorrow, um, my squatting volume goes down. Pretty much everything goes down. And I kind of change up some different movements. Like tomorrow, I think I'm only hitting 3 or 4 sets of some light squats or something, not close to failure. And then I think I might go and do some Bulgarians, just because it's a different stress on your nervous system, and things of that nature. Um, Apart from that, I got the deload. The next training cycle is going to start right on top of school, which is going to be interesting, because there's just more stress and less recovery with school happening. So I don't know how that's going to play out. I might just have to, figure out some different ways to manage that throughout the school year and beyond. Um, I did do some single leg tibialis raises at the end of this workout. Um, and I'm not attached to them. I feel like there's a better way to do them, but I just need to buy a rig, to be honest. I need to buy that. The name of it escapes me. Um, it's like a device where you can do that and hip flexor curls. Just attach it. It would just make some of my workouts more efficient. But apart from that, um, something I want to talk about today is a few of the lessons I've learned throughout the last school year. And, there's just kind of relevant is because I'm starting school again soon. And I was kind of going over in my mind as I was falling asleep. What are some of the things that I learned last school year? And how can I use them in the future? Um, and I'm going to start this off by repeating something I heard recently. It was all happiness is the gap between your expectation of who you should be and who you actually are. Um, so the reason I bring this up is right now, being honest with myself, I don't have a super clear purpose. I mean, I know I want to become a better person, a more capable person, more fit person, um, smarter person, just better person all around. So I can achieve goals, but I don't quite know what my goal per se is right now outside of training. I know, yeah, I have a vision in my mind that I want to be, a lacrosse player at a high level, whether that's pro, whether that's college. If I'm able to be good enough to play in college, that can open up some opportunities for me to possibly get a really nice education to where I can work a job that I really want. Um, so what I'm getting at is I don't quite know my purpose right now. So in that equation, I don't really know what I expect myself to be. I expect myself to be a really good lacrosse player, but apart from that, and eventually, person who's financially free, etc. But I'm kind of missing the second part of the equation. That kind of brings me to another thing. It was something I heard, who was it? Goggins say. It was something along the lines of people always look for a purpose when the purpose is really just themselves, right? And that kind of stuck with me. I was listening to this podcast this morning, where he said this, and it resonated because there have been times throughout my life where I don't feel like working out, studying, whatever it is, because I don't feel motivated. I don't feel a reason to do it, even though I know it's good for me. And that's what, I think that kind of dawned on me is the purpose is, I don't need a purpose. The purpose is myself. The purpose is becoming a better person, so I'm more capable, so I have more opportunities, right? So that kind of made me think like, as I get into more intense training, you know, because, this winter I have a decision to make. Am I going to play basketball or not? And one of the things that comes out of that decision is how, because I'm going to be playing summer lacrosse this year, as well as spring lacrosse. So how do I want to approach that? Am I going to be training in the winter or am I going to be playing basketball? Like, I know I'm going into a year that's maybe not super crucial in the recruiting scene, but I need to start playing against better people and getting better myself. So, is it worth it to go into that season, or should I just be training? This is one of the things I need to think about. Um, and how does that relate to who I ultimately want to be? Because, thinking about it, how many more years do I have left in the schooling system, right? Like, I need to start building something. And, I've thought about potentially becoming a pro athlete in one of a few sports, but like, and things like those, the goals of, playing lacrosse in college, um, and maybe playing pro, it's all about building a legacy, building something you can look at when you're old and saying, I'm proud of that, I'm glad that I did that, and look back on that fondly. And as I get older, that's something I realize, even now, looking back a few years, there are things that I'm proud of that I did, right? And then there's things that I did that I'm not so proud of. So, yeah, I don't know. This is kind of just me having some verbal diarrhea, but overall, I think thing I need to like one thing I learned was, you know, the purpose is myself. And if I don't feel super motivated or super purposeful, I just need to remember that. Focus. So that's about it. Have a good one.